in the OT, but they'll do much the same thing here on map number 2. We'll see if they can force a map 3 or if it's a 2-0 today for Furia.
Will be that CT side start as you see Furia just busting their way straight up in towards bracket. OC again off to a good start, but he does get traded out 1-for-1, and now Furia trying to make their way through jungle.
Well, not much that he's going to really be able to do against the Glocks like that come rampaging around the corner. Close range. Big bink onto Modern. JT gets the better of Henny as well, and Furia are going to accelerate toward the B bomb side. It's 2-on-3 at the moment, favoring Cloud9.
Sonic going to be able to get there just in time. Art, though, with USP's dangerous. Sonic going back for more, trying to face, and it's going to be 2 picks going in favor of Fury. Now it's all up to Floppy to win in the 1v2, and I do not like his chances.
Got no kit for himself, as he's picked one up actually and got a flash, but 2 players into ruins. Pretty difficult crossfire to be breaking. And Furia start off nicely on that T side.
That's kind of hitting everything as well. Furia just needed some sharp shooting to get themselves into that B bomb site. They didn't have any utility apart from that one flash. They were taking a 2-on-2 aim duel all the way down into CT spawn, which you wouldn't necessarily expect them to win with Glocks, but they get it over the line and Furia are up 1-0. So keeping that momentum rolling through from Overpass.
Look, as we head into the second, Cloud9, they have gone for the ambitious spy. A couple of pistols, some utility, 2 MP9s and a scout as well. And it looks like OC just looking to cause some early damage. Decides against peeking into second, where he could have actually found one of the AKs maybe. But solo on this A site, just with a scout to hold, it is looking unlikely as Furia are heading in this direction.
Have a bit of scout action, fellas, you know that. Hopefully OC can provide. Floppy with the MAC-10, not having too much luck. And actually, the action's over toward the B bomb site right now. We see the majority of the frags coming through from Furia. It's 3-on-2. And OC, the last one alive. He does still have that scout. But as of yet, no impact into the round. And bomb plant's gone down for Furia. So maybe for OC, better off just saving the scout and the armor.
Furia not looking to give him a single thing, keeping all the rifles alive. Making sure OC cannot get this free upgrade. So scout carried through won't be too much of a detriment to Furia, as they'll just be happy to farm up a storm again. And I dare say we'll see Caserado going for yet another MAC-10. Just looking to create some space there somewhere. Probably towards Banana again. Cloud9, they'll have a little bit of money. Maybe enough to go for that nade stack. Something creative.
See what they'll invest in. Scout is saved over at least, so that could do a little bit of damage. Already a little bit of damage done to Furia. 2 guns taken away from them in that eco round from C9. So just chipping away at that T-side economy. But now a couple of MAC-10s looking to make some cash here for Furia.
Let's see if the scout can have some impact early. Body tag onto Caserado as he's going to go back for more as well, dodging that nade. Missed opportunity. Close range, there it is. Art running in with the MAC-10, and he's looking to farm up a storm now. A couple more pistols to get through. Yuri able to trade it back to a 2-on-2, make it a third for himself as well, as this is looking unlikely for C9. Modem last alive, goes back straight into the nade, straight into the MAC-10 of Henny. And that's going to be 3 on the board for Furia. Nice, quick beginnings here. As again, both MAC-10s going to be carried through into the next, but it seems like one's going to be dropped across to Art. Henny looking to go for the upgrade. We are going to see Furia happy to take a bit of a bonus round.
Yeah, keen to see what they're going to make happen with these MAC-10s. Whether this pigeonholes them into a bit of a more aggressive strat. Going to head towards this banana side is what I'm interested in. A lot of those Ts making their way up there very, very quickly. Utility being exchanged back and forth. Initial smoke on towards the half wall there in case Rado almost just dies to utility right off the bat. What is that? Just goes straight up towards the top of Banana. He's going to force his way in, try to draw out some rotations and some utility. And Fury actually committing off the back of this.
JT's in trouble, but he's going to fight for his life. Now Floppy as well. He's going to be over towards CT, trying to draw some attention. Vinny too sharp on the way in. Floppy needs to rotate across, and It's looking a little bit rough. Furia, oh, missed utility. Bit of a detriment. Henny able to go for the trade, though. And Furia in the situation where if they just trade this one out, it should be another on the board. So far, so good here on the bonus round. 3 rifles in their hands as well. It's looking not to overstep their boundaries. Modem and OC. Throw the flash. Hope to bait out a response from Furia, but it looks like Furia. No, they've got this one locked down. Cloud9 hedging their bets and just saving both these rifles into the next to see if they can maybe cause a bit of an upset. But 4 already for Furia. And we've been in the server about 5 minutes.
All right, so I just wanted to look at like the most important part of that round in terms of the bonus over here in Skybox, because you do have Mr. Art, who makes a pretty decisive play there. You see, after the initial utility from C9, this is Art right here, he just chucks that Molotov and no utility at all, just W's it straight through this smoke and just goes and takes this entry duel onto JT, completely unbacked up by his team who's towards Banana there. So that's the kind of aggressive play style that Art brings into it. Decisive in a bonus round like that. He just legit sends it with no utility straight through a smoke. Not much to lose on that Mac 10. And just goes and finds that entry duel for Furia that turns around.
The absolute delivery, man. Just sending it straight up Banana early. Now, C9, they realise this. They've gone for the 3-man stack early. Good placement of that nade as well. JT and OC down to half HP. And it's looking rough as Art starts to make his way on the rapid A. They've gone completely dry through this smoke as well. Flash to put Floppy on the line, but Art doesn't need to see to cause some extra damage. Modem going quite wide, finds one, needs another. He's going to be isolated here, last alive on the A site. No one to help him, and it's Henny to shut him down. And it looks like Cloud9 are returning it to sender as well, straight back to the B site, halfway through their rotation. As Furia are about to lock down a 5th. Look, they didn't even care about planting this bomb. They're just waiting for C9 to make an aggressive play. C9 going to be caught with their pants down this time. Bit of a lackluster defense over towards the A site.
Finding those openings. It was a decent counter flash attempt from C9, to be honest, and maybe if that shot's connected instead of getting sprayed by 2 of those players straight through the flash. But end of the day, C9, they do have to just save over, try to hold on to these last couple of guns towards the tail end of this round. And Furia very much in control of this T-side. They make that bonus round work. They're really stringing these T-side rounds together, already up to a 5-0 start. You could just see the effects of that on their money. 13 grand for Yuri, 10 grand for Quesarado. This is going to be a nightmare for C9 to make a comeback in this half, because there's just going to be so many gun rounds strung back to back to back on that T side.
Let's see if they can send it for a 6th now. C9 have everything they need other than the AWP in OC's hands. But OC, not too much impact here on Inferno just yet. Floppy looking to get a nice timing with that nade boost on it to dig roof, or quad for you Americans out there watching. It's Furia. Go for this banana control now, trying to make their way through. JT full anti-flash, Sonic as well with a molly to drop into barbecue at the perfect moment. And Furia, they're just going to be sending it straight through JT, trying to find one, and he does onto Art. But look at this one, Quesarado threading the needle, and JT has no idea that he's already in the church, just trying to pray for himself now. Quesarado gets it all done, and he's going to start to wrap through. They know that Sonic's somewhere on the site here. As Floppy, he's going to be smoked off again. Flash through to allow Sonic to get a bit aggressive. Tap in heads left, right, and center. Quesarado survives to at least have some more impact here. But C9, one-man advantage. They need to convert. Just so much utility across the site. You can see that smoke as well coming through late. Yuri off position for the plant and hoping to find something for free through that smoke. 11 HP for Quesarado. Just waiting for C9 to make a move, but these smokes as well just buying so much extra time now. Flash coming in from Con as Yuri falls. It's all up to Quesarado, 11 HP. Great retake coming out from Floppy. 3K for him. And C9, they found their first round.
Interesting strat there for Furia. Did just basically send Quesarado in towards Church off the back of that front sight smoke and a couple of flashbangs over the top. Then a couple more Molotovs invested in towards the mid to later parts of that B site pressure. Try to force some of those CTs out of position, put them in a bit of more of an uncomfortable position. But end of the day, as we do head through that post plant, C9, they get their stuff together and they secure that round and they start securing a bit more control of their economy if they can survive with a couple more players in the next round. At least for the time being, they've got a bit of cash on 3 of their players. It's better than nothing. But like I said, Furia still so much money in the bank. Can continue fighting for control of this T side, and now as they start to move into yet another gun round, they're actually slowing things down a little bit more, taking that map control, methodical and slow play out from Furia as they secure Banana, start to make their way toward bracket.
C9 still full bracket control. It's just Yuri to try and sell the fake now. The rest of Fury are ready just to go for a bust, but these rotated smokes over towards the B site, buying so much time. However, Furia should still have about 40 seconds to crack it.
It's really on Sonic with this counter flash and the Molotov to use his utility correctly and make this a little easier for C9 to hold. Very unlikely it's a complete shutdown, but it's really just about making the retake more possible. As you can see, C9, they're set up towards Dig. That's an extremely long rotation for the rest of the CTs.
Oh, yeah, and Furia are on the full contact with 30 seconds. This is looking unlikely for C9. Vinny on the line. There's the entry, another, and the round. It's done in a matter of seconds.
There goes the util. Can't even be used. Just dry walking in, Furia. So ballsy on that T side, man.
Yep.
In almost every single round as well. It's not just that round, you know. Art just guns it through a smoke with no utility. Another round where they just dry walk up.
It's straight up just, you give them an inch and they're going to take a mile and they're going to take the round with them as well. That's exactly what we're seeing in Furia. You cannot let them have that map control or they are just going to abuse you.
Good news for well, I was going to say good news for C9 is that they're going to have 3 guns up and they have a little bit of loss bonus still left over, so they can try to keep some guns over and make a buy happen here. But of course, Furia has such strong money, they're just going to go for the hunt on this A site.
Straight through the smoke. It's Vinny coming out of balcony, just trying to tap around. And Modem goes down as well. Great job from Quesarado and Vinny to get all of this damage done. And that's going to be 6 on the board for Furia.
With those guns taken away, it's a much more difficult to put together a convincing buy for Cloud9. They could still buy up, don't get me wrong, but utility going to be a little bit more limited on a couple of players. 1 or 2 of them will have to probably go down to an MP9 or a Famis if they want a full buy, but it does seem like Modem with that 6k is just going to hero M4 and the rest of them will take the single save around it. As Furia extend their lead and emphasis, they're really dominating on this T side of Inferno. No other way to put it.
Definitely not the start that Cloud9 would have wanted to get off.
Where'd you come from?
Wow, what are you talking about? I've been here the whole time.
I didn't see you walk in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Look, Art also
G'day,
walking in over towards the B site now. As JT goes down early. And it's just Sonic with the Deagle who can't get the spam to work. And that should be the round already. Furia just escorting the bomb over now. Bit of damage coming out from Modem, but other than that, look, I guess Furia, 3 of the players quite low. There might be a chance if C9 decide to go for it, but again, this AK and M4 is just going to be way too valuable going forward. So Furia are going to have 7 on the board, and they are looking so good on Inferno right now.
Undoubtedly. Couple of guns kept over for Cloud9 though, wouldn't hurt. Maybe try and drop an AWP over or something of that nature.
Just practicing run boosts.
Jordan.
Yeah.
How was your power nap?
Great. Couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Feeling well rested.
Beautiful.
Quite full after
Nice.
having a nap. And definitely not eating any food.
What'd you have for brekkie?
I had a chicken, avocado, and cheese wrap.
Nice.
Yes.
How was the avo?
Tastes like avocado.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
So like not like much.
No, I like avocado.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like much.
Oh, well.
I think avocado is a great fruit. It's a fruit. You know
Because it's
a
got a
fruit?
seed in it.
It's got a big seed.
Yeah. Just like tomatoes. Many little seeds.
And tomatoes are red.
Yep.
And avocados are green. So, there's
Nice.
that too.
Nice. Some quality vegetable and fruit analysis going on here by us on the desk.
Yep, well, look, the people need to know.
The people do need to know. Well, looks like Furia have certainly had their veggies today. They are just hitting everything. They're looking like the ultimate athletes in the server because Cloud9 are just unable to bounce back after the loss on Overpass.
Well, there you have it, kids. If you want to be good at Counter-Strike, got to eat your vegetables.
Eat your broccoli.
Broccoli.
Antioxidants, very important.
Personally, I'm more of a fan of broccolini broccoli, but...
Oh,
What's the
broccolini is good too.
Is that the long, thin ones?
Yes, the long, thin ones.
Oh!
Way more PogChamp.
Love them.
Anyway, Furia at the moment is kind of way more PogChamp. They're up 7-1, and they're doing very well for themselves. Defense in banana for Cloud9, but that's going to be rocked by Art, even through the flash. He gets the kill on the JT. Vinny helps out, catches Sonic, and it's a 2-for-1 trade. OC takes one back, but Furia are feeling confident, so they'll continue to increase the pace in toward the B bomb site. OC under pressure by the mollies. He's got really nowhere to go, and that gives Furia at least an entry into CT spawn.
Yeah, and Art doing just what he loves best as well, pushing straight into tree, buying so much time. It's OC isolated. Manages to take Vinny down with him. Art falls to Floppy, and now there's an opportunity, but Floppy making a whole lot of noise, just trying to find something through the smoke, and Penny just sending it straight towards him. Yuri going to be looking the wrong direction, hits the flick, but Floppy clutches, and there it is. A second for C9. But still, Furia are making this so damn expensive for them. And the next round, Furia is still going to have such a large advantage.
Yeah, it's really hard to come back from on the CT side, isn't it? When, yeah, you can maybe win some rounds, but you can only do it with one gun alive. It's kind of a case then of having to take it one round at a time. Great clutch from Floppy, though. Someone needed to step up for Cloud9, and someone is going to have to continue to step up for Cloud9 if they're going to bring this scoreline back to something respectable. 2-7 at the moment is not good enough on the CT side. Furia having their way with it, and they've still got so much cash.
Let's see if anything changes. Great use of those mollies from C9 to squish Furia in at the bottom of Banana, but for now, just Art trying to slide one through at the top here, but it's going to be Floppy pushing down mid, finds himself the double. That's huge damage initially in the round, and we're only 20 seconds in. Now Furia looking to turn the tides back towards the A site. Modem trying to get away, but it's just the push straight through the smoke that finds him. Modem, knife out, unable to fight for his life. There's big damage done to the three remaining Furia players. Yuri straight up dig. That's going to be full control of the A site now as Sonic doesn't want to touch this one with a 10-foot pole, just looking to save the AWP already. These rounds are so quick and Furia are just dominating.
Sonic, not even sure if he's going to be able to hold on to this one. At least he deals with Art, so that's the closest competitor he'll have to handle for the time being. But saving this AWP is a bit of a wooden spoon prize, really. Cloud9 going down 8-2 in the earlier parts of this half. Best case scenario, they claw back a couple of CT rounds towards the tail end of this half, but then that sort of forces them to have a very, very strong T side on that comeback of Inferno. That's going to be quite difficult up against Furia.
Timing for Furia, walking out brackets. A little bit too clean at the moment on that T side. Cloud9 could kind of force a buy-in here.
Look, we have a completely different definition of what walking is, Jordan. There was three men running up mid, just busting straight through a smoke, and Modem just was so scared. He pulled his knife out, tried to get away, but there was no creating distance between him and Furia.
I'll have you know that I walk very fast in real life.
Oh,
so,
do ya?
Yeah, I've got long legs.
Do ya?
My girlfriend can't keep up. I'm kind of like a power walker, you know?
Right, yeah.
I'm like Kathy Freeman, but of walking, and a male. So...
And
not at all like Kathy Freeman, but I do go fast.
and you've never won, and you've never won anything.
Yeah, no gold medals for Jordan.
Yeah, I got nothing for that one.
He's really stewing on that. We've hit home.
At least, you know, Kathy Freeman might be the hero of the nation, but you're my hero, Jordan.
Thank you so much, Pilsky. That means a lot to me. At least someone looks up to me. If only one person in the whole entire world.
Off angle from OC, trying to catch someone walking up that side of mid. Furia once again secured banana control, but Cloud9 looking to contest. Sonic's got the flashbang on the timing to send out his teammates, and they do at least take control of Sandbag.
OC finally managed to find a victim as the rest of the action's going on at Banana. Great retake utility initially used for Cloud9 to get them towards the top now, but trying to side against it. That was a very dangerous situation. Case Serrato almost had his way with him.
It was a traffic jam for Cloud9, trying to get back into the B bomb side or trying to stay and contest Banana, but in the end, they've decided they'll just hold solid. That does get a nice entry though onto Floppy. Maybe there's a chance here for Furia. Starting to work their way in. OC does grab one more, and for now, doesn't look like it's going to be too problematic for Cloud9.
OC getting warmed up towards that later part of that round. That gives a third for Cloud9, as well as a pretty strong amount of money heading into this next round. A couple of AKs picked up as well, never hurts. And that's something for Cloud9. But it's still not going fantastic for them. And Furia out in front at 8-3. They call attack timeout. Realizing that they're starting to run out of money, they want to stay on top here and just try to maximize the potential of this half.
Yeah, I mean, they've lost a couple of rounds now in a row. Cloud9 starting to look decent on the CT side. So momentum's shifting away from Furia. And if they want to get this one done quick smart, they're going to need to put a little bit more on the board here on the T side. Not that they haven't done well already, but double digits, and they'll be going to bed a little bit earlier tonight. Time check, 6:54 a.m.
Oh, I need to adjust my phone. I'm 2 minutes fast.
That's just not it.
Well, everyone at home, look, they think that it's the 2nd of September, but right here where we are, it's the 3rd of September. So we're actually broadcasting from the future.
We are from the future, and we know the result of every single game of Counter-Strike ever because it's already happened here, even if it hasn't happened there.
So you're all missing out, is what we're saying.
Look at this from Art. Just walking straight through carpets with an AWP. Trying to catch a rotation of someone walking back from a dig setup. What is that?
Oh, he's going to continue to go as well. Modern, at least, is able to trade down. It was great util usage from him that made life even more difficult for Cloud9. It's a good start for Furia, but it's gotten pear-shaped.
Down to these last two players. Henny and Serrato trying to challenge up dig once again.
Oh.
Nice.
And everything just works out for C9 in round 12.
It's a mop-up for Modem and Floppy combination. I think, did they get all 5 between them?
I think so.
Very nicely done.
The lineup here for Modem. Over in Apps, Floppy as well. It's his first, and then the second as well over towards Dig. So, yeah, great defense. Finally working out for C9. It's looked a little bit disjointed for the rest of the first half, but now as we enter the dying couple of rounds for half number 1, C9 finally finding some form. Let's see if they can do it more than once, though. That's the real thing. Floppy has a nade at the ready. He's not going to find a thing over towards mid.
Found some form. They found some money. Hero AK for Yuri, though, is the danger point, and he's already making it work here.
Still can go back in the favor of Cloud9. They've got a solid defensive setup for the moment. Yuri does accelerate a little bit in carpets, but eventually does slow things down a little bit more. Comes Furia. Flashbangs onto the bomb site. OC collects one, but he is overwhelmed. The power of numbers for Furia until Sonic gets a double kill. It's down to 4 HP, so this is still winnable for Yuri. But first has to collect the bomb from Pit. Gonna cost him quite a bit of time.
Cloud9 going to try and be assertive in this 2-on-1. Double walking through dig side.
See if Yuri can find the timing. Oh, Sonic's
he
so
has.
low. The lineup's there. Finds the first. There's the spray transfer, and it didn't take too much. Yuri, bit of a pushover at the end to find himself the 4K. Furia going to be laughing. So happy with that one.
That
as
hurts.
Yuri, look at it as well. 15-5. He's putting on a stellar performance here in the first half.
That is painful indeed.
4K from Yuri, nicely done. C9 still enough money to be able to buy here, but after losing that round to the Hero AK, economy very fragile. they lose this round, similar to what we saw in Overpass, they could get reset on that last round of the CT side and give up an 11-4 lead to Furia. On the other side of the coin, though, they pick this round up. Furia's money is going to be a little bit more on the Cook side. So an important round for both teams. Furia win it, they're probably just going to dominate this half here, but C9, they could win it and get it back to a more respectable scoreline. Vinny, that's the progression. Molotov towards the top of Banana, just to secure that Banana control for Furia. And what kind of approach should they take towards this B site? They've still got a fair amount of utility. Initially just going
in through the Molotov as well. JT going to be falling before he gets a chance to do a thing as Sonic drops some counter utility. But again, Furia, they are out for blood at the moment. Sonic able to find the lineup. Nice spray from him. But Furia, they're still trying to fight into the round from a disadvantage. Vinny, very aggressive. He's going to be traded to Sonic, doing everything for C9 right now.
They haven't planted the bomb, Mac. It's taken so long to get that bomb plan down that the rotation's already come across. It's a 1-on-3 for Yuri. Has to clutch it again for Furia. It was such a great start to the round, but it's just disappeared. That is a huge round from Sonic. A 4K. And finished off by OC. Cloud9 survive. 5-9. And money is not good on that T side.
Not good indeed. But look, Furia running in to that spray.
Yeah, I'm not sure they really did too much wrong there, to be honest. Very nice timing to get into that bomb site. I think they had the right idea, but sometimes you just get double sprayed through a smoke, man.
Yeah, and Sonic just reads them like a book. So, Furia, look, even if they don't get this round, 9-6 on the T side, that's already a huge victory. Sonic missed opportunity at the top of Banana, but look, he is just running straight in, and the spacing's no good, so Furia unable to trade it. And now, a disadvantage for them already.
That always feels like a bit of a victory. You punish that one player that's just a thorn in your side and is constantly aggressive. Always feels pretty good.
I have a feeling we're going to see the exact same thing again. Sonic, what can he do with the AWP this time?
B-side execute. Full blind still finds that initial opening, and Furia are now going to have to navigate their way through a 3-on-5.
Jumping across the smoke, providing some cover. Yuri catches one through the smoke. And Furia have the opening that they need to allow the bomb plan to go down. Smoke is fading, though. And Sonic's got an angle, which he isn't able to make too much use of. Furia still deciding not to plant the bomb. They've got a challenge. They've got to try and fight. So far, they're not really being able to get too much done. Sonic and OC, both of the AWPs chiming in for Cloud9, and it's just Henny. It's not going to last too long at all. Cloud9 have secured a very good first half as they manage to claw their way back on in. We'll see what they can do in the second.
For small talk, I tell you the truth. I'm fasting you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just fasting you. Fasting you. I tell you the truth. I'm fasting you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just faster than you. Just faster than you. Rising of the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life alone. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn.
Welcome back into the second half between Furia and Cloud9. I'm here with Pilski and #1 fan of Cloud9, MacMate. What do you think about that first half, MacMate, fan of Cloud9?
Mate, I'm having a really great time over here. I'm the
Would you
biggest
say-
Vinny fanboy you've ever met. I don't know where these
No.
accusations are coming
Would
from.
you say that you're on Cloud9 after seeing C9 manage to come back in that first half, since you are such a fan of that team?
Well, I don't know. GG bet odds are certainly feeling the same way I do. Furia looking like they are in the position to close this one out nicely. But let's see what they can do on the defense, C9. They need to set the tone here. 3 sets of util brought up, rather. Nade to mid to try to squish up the defense. But at the moment, they're just going to be taking this mid control.
Yeah, initial nade just to disincentivize that peak, and the 4-man hit squad rolling up mid for Cloud9. Smoke does sort of slow them down, at least for the time being, but it does seem like they're still going to try and go for this play towards the A site. Progression smoke up jungle there from JT, as well as a flash towards top mid. Cloud9, they secure this black bracket control, but what do they do with it?
That's a very good question, Pilski.
And that's why we have you here to tell us what they're going to do.
They're
with
going to moto smoke a chimney flash straight up into the A site. Wow,
Whoa.
what an entry from Sonic. Look at that.
Wow,
Big
pretty
pick.
good.
Let's see if Cloud9 can close it from here. 2-man advantage of Furia trying to
Whoa.
edge up Vinny. Not going to be able to see a thing after that one. Floppy taking his head straight off. There's Quesarado and Henny. In a 2v5, it's looking unlikely, but let's see what they have for us here. No, not too much. Quesarado just saving that utility over towards the B site. Thought they might have given it a chance.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be the case.
That's what they did with the bracket. You know, they just smoked off that jungle side, then they're all up in an aggressive position towards dig. Then there's chimney flashes over the top and over the top of side as well. Make it a lot harder for those pit players to multi-frag before the Glocking boys get on top of them. That's a nice round for C9 to start things off. And I have to say, Furia, they took that tack pause when they're up like 8-3 or something like that. They wanted to try to slow down or stop that comeback that C9 were making towards the tail end of that CT side after they got full loss bonus. C9, they get a very respectable couple of rounds towards the end of the half, and now they get the pistol and things get a lot closer than they should have been. If you think about it, Furia was absolutely rolling them in the first 10 rounds.
Yep.
Here we are 7 rounds later at a very close scoreline.
Yeah, it was 7-1, just like the World Cup, except the other way around.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
It was a good start for Furia, but well, you know, I mean, Cloud9 brought it back quite a lot.
I can't believe you just made a 7-1 reference.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would say that. That's really, like, it's obvious at this point that you're such a Cloud9 fan, but you don't need to keep rubbing it in.
Pilly, the biggest Cloud9 fan. So what are your thoughts on how did C9 get back into the half?
First things first, they need to not lose to Deagles.
Okay. Well, problem is, Furia, they're pretty good with these Deagles, Pilski. So let's see what Vinny has for us. Couple of body shots, and it's not enough to close out the round, but Quesarado is here to try and stop it. Push across, staying silent for now. Well, decides against it. Fires a few blind, but there it is. Furia looking to pack their bags and keep these Deagles alive in to round 18 instead.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Obviously, Furia's going to have to take the eco here again. I mean, just like Cloud9, get into the early stages of this second half. Does get a bit more difficult for Furia, obviously having to build up their CT economy quite substantially now. Cloud9 on a bit of a roll, but the thing is, we saw Cloud9 on a roll on Overpass. They got almost to the precipice. We're teetering over the edge, but Furia pulled it back. So, I don't think we can get too far ahead of ourselves.
Oh, that sounds like a bit of bias, honestly, Jordan.
Yum.
Why can't we get too far ahead of themselves? Is it because you really like C9 or something like that?
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is I'm on the south side of the equator on the desk here, and that's pretty much put me right there with Brazil, with Furia. And over there, you guys, you're just like radiating this heat, this bias heat for C9.
Yep.
I just don't know
Love them.
why you're doing this.
I'm a big fan. Me and all the other Australians were just #1 Cloud9 fans. That's what it is.
Who's
I think
100
it's
Thieves?
because I've gotten a little like confused. Sometimes you hear like a South African person talk, and you have to do a double take on certain words. They sound Aussie from time
Yeah.
to time,
That is true.
and it catches you off guard. So just that inherent Aussie bias when we have the interview with Sonic. Initially, I was just a bit caught off guard, you know.
Yeah. See what Furia is able to do right now. Art is burning alive in that molly in mid. He does back away from it. I mean, Cloud9 quite substantially set up in towards Banana, but no control of brackets just yet. And Art would have got a bit of info peeking down mid. So Furia waiting to see whether or not they're going to float an extra player across to this B bomb site. Okay, Serato's holding a flash. That's going to go straight in. It's just to buy some time, but now there's absolutely no util left on the CT side on B.
Just that flash on the timing as well as the smoke to CT. Does blind Vinny, but he still gets the initial pick there.
Just waiting for the line. Bink comes through, but it's not enough to stop Cloud9. It's floppy, falls. This is some damage now starting to be done by Furia to Cloud9's economy. Rifle retrievable. Do we see them go for it? Furia, they are able to buy into the next regardless, but looks like the AK is just going to be too precious to give up this time. And C9 have tied this one up at 9 apiece.
One step of a pretty long road for Cloud9 here.
What?
I mean, it's
It's
even.
9 to 9,
They've
Jordan.
got the economy advantage. They're winning.
Mate, did you not just see what Furia did in the second half of Overpass?
That's a bit of Furia bias there, to be honest, Jordan. If
What can I say? I'm furious about Furia.
All right, you got me. That was an average one. Average enough for me to laugh.
Fast and Furious. That's me about Furia.
oh god,
Oh wait, are these
how does this guy keep getting
did
higher?
Furia 18 guys?
Good question. It's what?
I said, is that infuriating you guys?
Well, they got the double AWP on that first gun round at the CT side. So that could be a bit of an interesting dynamic. OC's got an AWP as well.
Double AWP. Was pretty good
Double
on
AWP
Overpass.
towards B.
Almost.
Both of the AWPs are at B.
Oh, great Kenny. Actually, it's just the straight wall of smokes, and Art's going to be going straight over the top, but there is only Modem here at the log. Oh, missed opportunity timing.
He's pulled his knife out. It's a nightmare. It's a knife mare.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight, so they say.
Could have been a freebie opening pick there for Furia, but a missed opportunity. Oh, Yuri. Bit of an off angle. Key duel between him and Floppy to see who's going to kick this one off with a man advantage. Nice setup. K Serato tips him off that he's got an enemy around the corner. And he's going to finish that one off easily.
And it looks like C9 are going to try and accelerate here, but K Serato up on Nifty is just going to be looking too strong for the moment. Art as well, just fully controlling Archers. Modem waiting for a bit more aggression. Sonic has pushed his way straight onto default there, and he's not going to be spotted initially.
Oh,
There's the line. How is K
He's
Serato
not on
not
his
spotted
screen.
that? What's going on? Anyway, Fury is going to go down. Serato now needs to buy time for these rotations and dominate the site. OC missed opportunity. That's going to be a bomb on the ground. Modem, 7 HP and a dream, but dreams are made to be broken. How's he done it? Serato secondary in hand, and Furia send it back to the lead 10-9.
That was a very weird round. That's weird. You ever just watch a round and go, that's weird?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Every time I watch you play, Jordan, I just go, that's weird.
Well, there is a
That's
reason
a sick line.
I don't play very much. Yeah. Very, very caught off by that from Sonic, but it's only a little bit of a wooden spoon prize, really, for Cloud9, isn't it? First gun round of the second half does go to Furia. And I don't know what you take more stock in, fellas, the pistol and the subsequent couple of rounds, or the first gun round, but I personally am someone that does take a fair bit of stock in that first gun round. 10-9 the scoreline. Cloud9 are back onto the pistols only. So here's a chance for Furia to just take control of the map again.
Well, that was quite an expensive round for them, only coming away with a couple of guns. They did have the double AWP retained, but the economy has definitely taken a hit on this CT side. As for C9, they take a single save here. Handful of pistols and armor, some utility. They really want to go for damage at the least here, if not give themselves an outside shot at winning this round. A lot of initial utility used by Furia as they fall into a more passive setup towards the backside of this site, and C9 getting ready to take bracket here and probably just send it straight up dig once again.
Serato, solid position, lineups there, and it's just the meat grinder looking good for the moment. Pistols dishing some damage, and that's going to be site control, but the bomb needs to be retrieved for now. Furia a little bit too far away, and Vinny just pulling that one back through the smoke. They don't know the bomb's still down on the ground now. Floppy. Oh, alrighty. Vinny, he is on a bit of a tear right now.
Yeah, that's not normally. Someone need to check him PC, I reckon.
Word.exe?
Yeah. Double push straight through dig side from
I'm
the
more
last
of a
two
fan
Furia players.
XL. Floppy's got no idea these guys are coming from right behind. Oh, they've lined up. Oh, he'll win it for Cloud9.
How's he done that? What is this ridiculousness? And Floppy keeps it even. Somehow gifted that one.
I tell you what, fellas, it's not Floppy anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, you did it. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, Jordan.
he's just a child, Jordan. That's
Fired.
disgusting.
Fired. It's a family show.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Get out of here.
It's not Floppy anymore because all Cloud9 are back together. They're all 5 back on the roster.
Digging a hole.
What? Isn't that your job after you finish casting? You got to go to work?
Yeah, well, look,
We're saving that. We're saving that for the...
saving that for
Yes.
later, mate. Got the job site to get to. And if it's going to a third map, mate, you're going to have to call the boss.
Oh, no.
I can't wait to work today. I'm just feeling a bit crook, you know.
Time to chuck a sickie. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and Art. A bit of beauty from him too, but JT trades it. Yuri on that P2 wants to get his hands on the AWP. It looks like it could be retrievable in the smoke, but for now, Furia slow things down.
Serato closer to P250 can make this happen. Surely not 2. Oh, no. It's gone all wrong for Cloud9, Floppy and Sonic. And just when you think Cloud9 might have dug themselves out of another hole, Furia are right back into the swing of things. 4-on-1. No way JT wins this.
He won't. That's the save coming through from Furia. That's massive. Look at Cloud9's money. It's absolutely cooked, boys. Double eco on one of their players. As for Furia, they're cruising now. Couple of guns picked up. AWP. They're feeling fantastic. It's a save from Cloud9. Can take quite a passive approach to the economy, which is interesting because I'm looking at Modem.
I'm looking at a whole bunch of
Wait,
C9
what?
at Banana. Trades favoring them, but not for long. Henny goes back for more secondary. Pulled out, and it looks like this could be it. Straight through the smoke. Henny, the savior of the B slot for Furia. That's going to be 12 on the board, and a 2-round lead.
He's just pumped him. Absolutely pumped him. Cloud9 disappearing
With the floppy?
from the round. Floppy disk? That's obsolete technology, Matt. Not sure why you would even bring that up.
Modem was double eco, so he's got like 3.4 grand. He's going to have to go down to like a Galil or a Mac 10, something like that. Goes down to the Galil. Somewhat limited utility here for C9. Going up against just a singular AWP. Issue utility exchange back and forth towards banana side, but JT goes 1 for 1. Modem trades one back, so advantageous situation for Cloud9. You're seeing as soon as that initial pick and fight comes out, C9 gonna smoke up towards the top of banana, just keep tabs on it while they take carpets and try to 100% this round. But the double setup towards the top bracket here, it's going to be the crossfire between Yuri and K Serrato, and if Cloud9 force their way into this, they could just lose the round here.
Definitely a good setup for Furia. Here we go. K Serrato and Yuri looking to hold. It's a contact play from Cloud9, and that's the worst possible thing they could have done. Floppy does win the important aim duel, though, and that keeps it in the balance for Cloud9. 1 on 2. And he does have the AWP in hand. I mean, there's not that much money, though, for Furia. So does he just consider saving here? Already thrown the smoke onto the bomb site, but yeah, I think this is the better decision. There's really not that much cash available for Furia. If he does save the AWP, they're going to get a good buy next round on the CT side.
And it's just rounds being traded left, right, and center. But Furia, if they can keep this up, well, they're going to take map number 2. And they're going to take the series. No, not the chook. No. Oh, Henny. Too much abuse for a bloody Thursday morning. Not ready for that.
I don't know if I can go on with my day anymore. I had stuff to do.
Like what?
Oh, just, you know, dig a hole.
Go dig a hole.
Go dig a
Yeah,
hole,
a bit
mate.
of hard yakka, hey, out the back, you know, get ready to put the porch up. Beautiful.
Bit of this, bit of that, as you do.
That's... Me and Mac actually work together, and basically the arrangement is that I dig the hole and Mac and 3 other people stand there with various, you know,
Time
energy
for
drinks, such as like a Mountain Dew game fuel.
Yep.
Oh,
Every 5 minutes. Boss, yeah, is it time for smoko yet? Yeah? Oh, yeah, time for smoko, boys. Yeah, nah. Well, back to the game.
It's a double up here for Furia. Their money's pretty cooked, lads. Actually, both teams very shaky in terms of the economies, so this is going to be a pretty important round. At 12-11 here, Furia could put themselves on the front foot to try to take control of this half, threaten the end of the game. C9 could trade rounds back and forth. See how it does end up panning out. 3 players towards banana. That's a Fnatic smoke thrown out right from the start there, right from the get-go from C9. But they're not contesting banana at all, and Art just pushes straight through, gets full information. He's posted up at half wall now, and you see the rotation back towards the A side of the map. Furia feeling very comfortable just leaving Art there. He's got a full belting utility. He's got the first initial pick. Even though he got flashed off the line, he's still got modem, and he's re-peeking off the back of that.
it's a good start for Art. Furia with the 1-round advantage, looking to increase that gap. Smoke goes down for jungle side. Cloud9 again might just try to walk their way out onto bracket. They do, though, have a fair bit of utility. So be remiss not to throw a few flashes in there. They've at least got the molly onto dig, and that's pushed Henny back.
Right towards bottom, Nana goes the way of Vinny, and C9 now know that they're completely surrounded. What is their decision? 45 seconds. OC's found a pick at least.
But I don't think it's enough as Henny just re-aggresses it. Diggity, beautiful angles. OC thinks he's falling back, but Henny's here to fight. And now it's Floppy, 1v4, 30 seconds. But Furia, they're knocking at the door and they're looking to put themselves straight inside. Oh, Floppy doesn't even check his corners. So K Serrato hits him with the full punishment. And that's going to be 13 on the board. Again, another traded round, but Furia this time keeping, 4 alive at the end. That's going to be so good for the economy. And they only need 3 more to close out the series.
Not too far away for Furia, is it? And they seem to be kind of just walking it in, you know? Cloud9's putting up a bit of a fight, but by and large, it really does feel like it's Furia's game to lose. It'll be a save round here for Cloud9. That'll surely put Furia up to 14. So our day may be dwindling, coming to a close. Time check, 7:22 a.m.
Someone's put us on the wrong side of the river. They think we're New Zealanders.
Nah.
Oh, mate, no Kiwis here.
Oh, mate.
And flash to mid, Cloud9, lackluster push with the pistol, straight into Furia, solid crossfire, and this is going to be another easy one. Furia happily taking that with open arms, no casualties, and that's, again, the economy continuing to rise, which is going to help them so much to close out this match.
Yeah, so they were 14-11. They got a bit of cash behind them, as you did mention, Mac, which puts a lot of pressure on Cloud9, essentially to try to make a bit of a comeback here. They have to win back-to-back gun rounds. You can already see this gun round's not fantastic from C9, missing a couple of grenades, having to go down to 2 Galils. They don't have access to everything they could have wanted. No AWP for OC. He's been a bit of a key player in this series. Initial smokes for both sides, as well as some Molotovs exchanged in Banana. C9 this time really looks like they do want to fight for Banana control. Going to have to wrestle it off Art and Vinny, though.
Oh, good nade, Modem. Going to be catching that one perfectly. Unfortunately, it's going to be him that's going to be sent out.
Flash from JT, getting ready to send Modem on the line.
Oh! Art missed timing, but still able to fight him. Modem seems to think that there's a few more in the bag, and you've got Vinny here just in the full bait setup, waiting for Art to draw all the attention. Missed opportunity with the wallbang.
Yeah, so shut out a Banana, at least for the time being, for Cloud9. Smoke on that half wall. Not to mention the fact that they're a bit limited on utility, at least on this side of the map, as majority of C9 players over here towards this A site. Here's the bracket take. Smoke on jungle side, Molotov on dig and a flash. They do get bracket, at least for the time being. And they're going to fall back and actually reconcede that control back to Furia, hoping that they don't retake that control. But the smoke on the half wall, C9 are going to have to force their way through this and contest this B site, and Art's on a safe line here.
There's less than 30 seconds as well left. Oh, it's going to be the collat for Art. No, not one more. That's unfortunate, because that was a highlight play in the making for Art. Now it's Vinny's turn. He's only able to get one. So, all things considered, that's actually gone much better for Cloud9 than they might have thought it would.
OC's got his hand on an AWP, though, and he's the key player, but he's stuck in between Banana and CT.
And he's doing such a good job to hold here in the post flank. K-Serrano falling, and it's up to Henny.
I don't know how Cloud9 have won that round.
They haven't yet.
Well.
But it looks like Henny's not going to be heading in this direction, keeping the AWP alive. A C9, with just 2 surviving, is going to have a huge effect on the economy, but at least with that bomb plant, they'll have something extra in the bank.
Luckily for Furia, there is a little bit extra as well for them, so they can take those guns, buy them back up next round. 14-12 though, Cloud9 really starting to come back into their own right now on the second half of Inferno. Money's going to get quite low for Furia here.
The collat, and they still end up winning the round. Insane. Play from a 3-on-5 deficit. But as soon as OC gets his hands on that AWP, he started the round out with a Galil, but as soon as they trade out Art and OC gets his hands on an AWP, it's like magic happens, man. Furia take attack. Have to burn through a lot of that money or consider taking a save here on the CT side. They're still up 14-12, still a bit of room to work with. And C9, it's not like their economy is doing fantastic just yet. They did take a lot of casualties in that previous round. It's the buy-up from Furia, but that's going to break the bank account here. Henny, the only one with any money left over.
Floppy's really pulled out a completely different performance on this map to what we saw on Overpass. He's doing a spectacular job. But again, Furia looking so good on Inferno.
Utility heavily invested into Nana from Furia.
That one smoke stops Cloud9 in their tracks as well.
Yeah, they're kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place. There's a smoke over there towards top mid. There's a smoke at Banana. They're not contesting either of them, just all sort of chilling around mid. But now that that smoke starts to dissipate, they're going to try and challenge towards jungle side.
And he misses a shot, has to back away to Arch. A second goes by the wayside as he's flashed out, and Cloud9 are making some good inroads in toward the bomb site, but still 2 players to deal with, and the full rotations come across from Furia. Maybe Cloud9 have taken a little bit too long here. See how they go about things. Vinny grabs 1, but the rest of Cloud9 are already into the site before he can get much more. The trades are very good from Cloud9. So Furia are going to be forced to save.
It's nicely done. They needed a clean gun round. You look at the state of their economy, all sitting around 1K, and when your opponent's threatening match point like that, there couldn't be a better time for C9 to get a clean gun round done. So if they survive with the majority of these guns, held over into the next round, they're going to be in a much better position to try to make this comeback happen. As for Furia, haven't stacked up the loss bonus just yet, so you're looking at Yuri and Quesarado going to be quite poor in that next round. Keen to see if they're going to force around this double AWPs that they've retained here.
You'd expect so.
It's
And the thing
2K
is,
though.
At the moment, Furia, they're just playing way more passive than what's been working for them, and they're just being caught off guard. C9, some great timing on their aggressions.
Floppy,
And again,
that's ridiculous.
Floppy, he couldn't even see the second man. What's going on there?
Just anticipating him the one way there. That's what makes that round look so crisp
Yeah.
for Cloud9. Just the fact that Floppy's able to get rid of 2 players out of that equation, deal with that crossfire there with relative ease. So Furia, they take a tactical timeout. They've got a tough decision to make. They've got double AWPs, but not a whole lot of money behind it. They've got to try and cobble a buy together by probably dropping over some weapons, maybe an MP9 or a FAMAS dropped over from one of those players with the AWPs, which is something that can work on Inferno. 5-7, M4 and double AWPs, as well as that MP9 and a bit of util. So it's an interesting buy for Furia. But if it is a full investment and it breaks the bank account here, that gives Cloud9 an opportunity to put them on the single save and threaten match point. But he doesn't buy utility. He saves 2.4 grand.
And again, look, this utility that C9's using at the top of Banana, so many rounds in a row, is just keeping Art away from them. It's making sure that he can't get those early picks and can't utilize one of the AWPs that have been saved across. As Furia back to the 3-2 setup this time. The defense on A, look, they're light on that utility, so they're going to have to hold everything perfectly. C9, these flashes extremely important as they start to speed up. Quesarado doesn't want to swing just yet with the MP9. He's going to be smoked off for the moment.
There's no counter flashes on this A site from those pit players. That's one of the things you use to deal with these jungle splits, but there's no options open, and now Cloud9 commence the execute.
Well, and he's going to have to do some work here, isn't he? But he's mollied out of position, missing that first shot. How is he still alive to get that second shot? 2-on-2, and Art's got an AWP in hand now. Still, it's a 1v1. Sonic 4 HP, 9 HP, it doesn't matter. He's got the headshot, and Cloud9 are up to 14-14.
Just deletes him. Swings him and absolutely deletes him.
Just fighting their way back into the game, C9.
It's a punishing blow for Furia's economy. They're going to force into the round as well, though.
Oh, I'm not sure if they are.
They
I
are. They've
saw
got an AWP.
No, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to force 100%.
Okay.
It might just be AWPs and upgraded pistols and then save for the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. So it's just Vinny who's kind of taking a hit for the team. He had 2.4 last round, and he just saves to be able to buy an AWP for Art in this round. They're really prioritizing that. And up against Dosi, the man's been so good on the AWP all day. The repeat from Vinny, though.
That's a sharp shot from Vinny. And Furia definitely needs something like that to get them back into this map, because Cloud9 are coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, but Modem, he's just going to sneak around. That's going to be the AWP dealt with. P2, though, Henny.
So messy. There's no trade potential for any of these duels. It's just disjointed Counter-Strike from both sides, and Cloud9, they've had enough of it. And a group up back towards this A site. Floppy's creeping his way through the carpets.
Oh, and they've chosen the right place as well. Yuri going to be spotted on the edge of the smoke, and that's going to be the A site for C9. Furia now just need to prioritize keeping the AWP alive into the next. And the money's there for C9 to potentially go for the hunt as well, but they're being very thorough with the approach. However, Furia sticking to their guns over towards the B site. Quesarado, he's actually managed to get his mitts on an AK too, so best case scenario coming out for Furia, considering Vinny is just on $200 in the bank.
Well, it's going to have to be a repeat of Furia's performance on Overpass, getting back into the overtime and winning from there, because Cloud9 have secured 15 first. AK been retrieved though for Quesarado, so that'll definitely help the buyout.
Oh, definitely. Particularly, you can drop a gun over to Vinny. You end up with a very, very good buy-in towards this 15th round, but this is what I was talking about, lads. Cloud9, they grab that match point. They threaten to keep this series alive and push us into a third map, but Furia will have a very convincing buy heading into that next round as well. So they're going to try and grind it back into yet another OT. They had the goods in the OT on Overpass at least. I think it's kind of crazy that this utility towards top of Banana, it's disincentivizing Furia to go for pushes. And in the rounds where they're a bit more timid is the rounds where it seems like, at least from a spectator point of view, they would have gotten away with it. But every time they do choose to go for that aggression, it's like C9, they punish it. That's an example of it. It's like Furia, they don't peek, and it would have worked, but they don't peek and they don't get punished for it. But the rounds where they do peek, they're getting punished.
And straight up mid, very quick approach. Now into bracket they go. Yuri going to be locked into Boiler Room. Henny with a flash to send him back, and Modem deals with it nicely. That's going to be A control for the moment. Henny, he's last alive here. Quesarado on the early rotation, back to live. Finds some time in. Modem needs to go in that molly as well, just creating some extra space. Smoking is perfect. And Henny completely isolated here. Sonic as well, just going to continue to fight as the push hasn't come just yet. Modem has had so much impact in the round. 2 kills already. Henny going to be disregarded. Only a single, and that's going to be map number 2. Cloud9 close it in regulation after a pretty miraculous comeback. Boys, we're going to map 3.